Yo,
Bro, you good?
yeah, you.
Yeah, not bad, man. How you doing?
Yeah, good. Is my signal all right in here? Because I'm in the conservatory, so.
I think it's all right. Yeah, it's good. Can you hear me though? You're good. Like you can hear me and everything.
Yeah. I got my
Cool, cool.
headphones
Yeah,
on.
yeah, it's all good. So everyone join in now. I've been doing this for 3 weeks now. This is my interview with Shutdown today, and yeah, I've just been interviewing artists, getting to know their career, getting to know what they've been doing and everything. So, bro, like, tell me what's been happening during quarantine. What's been going on?
Fucking, I don't know. What do you reckon? Nothing.
Would you reckon?
Nothing. Lockdown.
Lockdown,
We're on
yeah.
lockdown.
Like,
Yeah.
how's
I
the lives
mean,
going and everything? Like, obviously, I join your lives. Like, it's sick. Like your lives and everything. So, what's been
mm.
happening?
Well, I mean, like, I've never really bothered with the Instagram live thing, and then we just, I don't know. I think most DJs just got on it, as there's
Hmm.
nothing else really to kind of do right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I mean that's it really. I just yeah get on jump on the lives, and then
Yeah, yeah.
he's kind of doing all right now.
That's good. Yeah, yeah, bro. Like, so I haven't like been following you for literally. It's just been from the lives, and I've been looking at you. I was like, yeah, I want to get into, I want
Okay.
to interview you. So talk me through it. So I'm gonna get into a couple interview questions and stuff like that. So how did you start DJing? Like, how did it all start for you?
I started DJing year 2000. Um, I think I started DJing for the same reasons why a lot of DJs start. You know, the love for music, um, and love for music, and like you hear other DJs play, or you hear the way in which they're doing their thing, and you think,
Hmm.
oh, maybe I could do it a little bit different than that. Maybe I could do it better. Maybe I could do it different. Or you've got like um, the way that you like to hear music be played to you. You feel like you could do that. So it's pretty much
Hmm.
bullshit. Sorry, that's pretty much how I
That's
started
all right. Okay.
DJing.
So so from 2000, you know, like this was
Uh-huh.
literally when I was born. So from
Uh,
2000, you get to when. So like, what was the journey? What was your first set? What happened in between?
wow, I mean, there's a lot really, but first set. I played at a bar in Wolverhampton, which is where I'm
Yeah.
from, and I was young. I was under 18. I was 15, and I used to play at under 18s first, from like till 8 o'clock. No,
Hmm.
till 10 o'clock maybe, and then the over 18s was on after. So then I would go upstairs and play for the over 18s.
Okay.
So that was like my first. I started DJing the same year. So I started playing in clubs the same year I started DJing.
Okay.
Yeah,
So who's
and then
kind
like
of
I got
inspired you in like the industry? Like which sort of DJs do you look up to? Who kind of you look up to in the industry?
look up to. I don't know. I think you have to look up to. I think you have to look up to Tim. I think you have to look up to Westwood. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to. Maybe not so much anymore, but before, when I first started, yeah. I mean, when I first got into the game, I started on the scratch DJ side of things, so the technical
Hmm.
side. So a lot of the DMC guys was big for me, like Craze, Cuba, A-Track. And then it kind of just evolved when I started to branch out and listen to other DJs
Hmm.
and start to hear what they were doing. And then it's just evolved from there, really. But as far as inspiring, realistically, the only person that should have been inspiring is yourself. And I think that's the kind of mentality I had from day one. I'm gonna.
So do you think starting off with like the scratching and all that has helped you a lot to gain, your in terms of DJing and everything?
Well, I mean, when I first started scratching, like it was the days of when you'd have to get like a video, a VHS, and learn the
Hmm.
techniques that way. I was
Yeah.
okay. I mean, I'm all right, but and then once you started playing in clubs, you was like, okay, so the scratching thing don't really work too tough in the clubs. It's got to be in a moderation. It can't just be like so heavy, doubling up and stuff. It's got to be in a way in which, because girls don't want to hear it. Girls don't want to hear you scratching up songs and doubling up songs. They don't
Yeah.
they don't care about it. So you have to evolve. But So whether it helped me or not, I mean, definitely, because the way in which that I play now is very much inspired from those days.
Okay. So with the
Mm.
so talk about your like throwback brunches and sessions. Like, how did that start? Your events?
I can tell you're a new follower. So yeah, so I mean, I got to a point where I mean, I play a lot anyway in the clubs every week, and I got to a point where I was just tired of listening to and playing new music, like the music that's out there now. So I thought, why not bring something where I could DJ and feel like the music that I'm playing is something that I want to play. Um, and a lot of my crowd, a lot of my people that follow what I do, they've been wanting it for a long time. And old school music, especially from 90s, early 2000s, it's never gonna die. You see it with the lives now from the DJs. I mean, apart from the fact that obviously if you're playing the new songs, you might get locked off.
Yeah.
But the new music is just not hitting the same way as the old school music is, especially
Definitely.
in the lives. It's not hitting the same. And it's just because it's just got no longevity. I mean, there's very little songs that came out in the past 10 years that you can say you're still going to play in another 10.
Yeah.
Very little. But if you talk about 20 years ago, there's so many songs.
So looking at your sets, what makes your set unique?
I mean, my sets have always been very similar. Like from when I first started DJing, when it was vinyl days, to now, I just obviously a little bit more quicker with it. But it's always been a case of I've fused hip hop with R&B, with the dancehall, and also the skill side of it as well, and just try and keep people on their toes throughout the set, whether you're playing for an hour or 4 hours. You know what I mean?
So do you like
Too many.
hosting as well, or do you kind of just like stick to DJing, or are you kind of
Do you know
comfortable
what? Not
doing
really.
both?
I don't. No, because like the hosting side of things for me, I've never been a fan of it. I always like to talk through what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's only certain events, certain sets. I feel the need for a host. So when I play at the brunch, my brunch, like I'll get my friend Sims to host it because I want to concentrate on what I'm doing, and he's very relaxed with it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas like sometimes you'll see me on a mic and stuff. Yes, Blakey, big up Day Day. Yeah, so like hosting is very. Some DJs feel like they need to host, so it changes it changes them from everybody else. But for me personally, I let what I'm doing speak for itself.
So what's been like the highlight since 2000? What's been the highlight for you for DJing?
I mean, there's been so many, man. Like it's been a good career so far.
Any particular?
Do you know what? I think the highlight that has come to mind at the moment is mainly me creating the brunches. That is because it's a personal highlight. It's an achievement for myself.
Yeah.
Everything else I've done is always like when I like for example the Red Bull Culture Clash when I was doing that was a pretty big highlight. I've DJed for pretty much every artist that you can think of. Done the radio thing, done abroad. So this was the first thing that I really pretty much ever done that I was true, organic from the beginning.
Of yourself.
Yeah.
So how comes so you've done radio, like is that kind of not your thing, or do you prefer just DJing in clubs, festivals and stuff like that? Or
I mean, let's be honest, radio is completely dead. It's finished.
Yeah.
It's over.
Why do you think that is?
I mean, it's the change in which people get their music now. From the days and when, back in pirate radio days, and when I used to listen to DJs like Westwood and a lot of American DJs, that was where you'd go to listen to music first.
Yeah.
Whereas now, the people are picking up music from different sources like Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, TikTok. I mean, TikTok's massive with the kids. That's where they get their music from now. I mean, my daughter's 7, and she'll come up to me and tell me about a song I've never even heard of. And then a week later, I'm getting asked for it in the club. She's 7. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so here's a... Sorry. No, carry on.
No, you carry on.
Okay, so here's a discussion point that I've been like giving out to a lot of DJs to discuss on. So, do you think because the way technology is advancing and everything, it was easier for you to pave your way as a DJ when you started, or or is
Way
it
harder.
easier now?
Way easier now. Way harder back then. I mean, how would a new promoter hear from you?
True.
How would they be able to see what you've done?
Hmm.
There was no way. I mean, a lot of us went on pirate radio. That was a way in which to get your name out there. But even back in the day, you used to have to press up CDs, give them out to clubs, and it was very much word of mouth. But the thing is with me, like if you look throughout my whole social media, it ain't really like devastating like followers or whatever. But I've always done well with word of mouth.
Yeah.
Like from back then to now, like word of mouth is way more than any big social brand. I mean, the DJs with the
Definitely.
most followers, they don't have true crowd. They don't have a true following.
Hmm.
It's like it's not organic. Mine is organic. Everyone's come to Silk's page to hear Silk. You know what I mean? Not just for the
Yeah.
sake of it. And I think that was the same back then as what it is now. Like people would come and see you play for you,
Hmm.
and that's where it comes. It's all about organic, but it's a lot easier now. I mean,
It's
DJs have
it's
made a
easier.
living of pretending to do something. Pretending to do something is the way forward. But I think now, after all this, I think it's going to change.
You think so? You think so?
Hundred
Because
percent.
a lot of people think it's gonna stay the same. I
No,
don't think it will change massively though.
it will
How
change
comes you think
because
that?
I mean, for one, the IG lives, for example, it's.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a struggle out there for a lot of people, man. Like a lot of DJs that you thought had a big following, had like they were getting paid a certain amount of money. I mean, I talk to the biggest promoters in my area,
Yeah.
and I say, "Do you feel like this is changing? Is this going to change things?" And it is. But they say, "Yeah." You know what I mean?
Definitely with pay though, because like obviously everyone's in the same boat coming out of quarantine.
Yeah, but it will. I mean, I feel like it's gonna change. A lot of people are making ground in this time, and
Hmm.
others aren't, and there's a reason
Definitely.
for that. You know what I mean?
So here's a question here. So what
It's probably
what's your
one
thoughts
one.
on the warm up set in the club?
Warm up set. Warm up set. People say is the most important part of the night, and it is. It's very important. Um, I love a warm up. I mean, sometimes I prefer it if I can get one.
Hmm.
It's very rare, like, but if I can get a warm up, it's where you can be creative. You haven't got to feel like you've got to play the 10, 20 bangers in a like. Oh shit, sorry. You got to be like creative with it. You've got to take people on a journey. You've got to like. It's a warm up, you know, and that's what it's for.
Yeah,
It is the most important most important set of the night.
that's a discussion we're having. Like, what when DJs play the top 10 bangers in the last like 5 to 10 minutes because they know another DJ's coming on and they're like, just do your job as like a warm up DJ. You got to take them on as you're saying, as a journey.
Well, you see what I do whenever I come on after a DJ. What you'll notice
You
is
kind of
that
restart the night.
I restart the night. I don't care. I'll lock off their set and make it
Yeah,
quiet if I have to. I'll
yeah.
put on a CD of a mix that you know is definitely not the DJ.
Hmm.
I feel like if you're playing with a DJ on a night, there's a lot of events that do like hour sets where one DJ
Yeah,
comes after another. Regardless of whether you like the next DJ on after you or whether you like the DJ before you, there has to be some level of respect. You have to respect the level of the DJ coming on after you to continue the night. You know what I'm saying? Because all
yeah,
that's going to happen is the DJ on after is just going to struggle. The promoter's going to look at it and think, hang on a minute, it was blatantly obvious that you played everything before. Fuck's sake. It was blatantly obvious that you played everything before the DJ came on purpose, and it's just not a good look, man. It's not.
no,
I
it's
mean,
not.
I've played before. I played before a lot of DJs that I don't particularly respect them as a DJ or whatever, but I would never try and rinse their set before they came on. No way.
Yeah, definitely.
No way.
Is there like a city in the UK where you've DJ'd in or that you want to DJ at where you're thinking, yeah, this scene's popping at the moment?
I don't really like. I
Do you
think
kind of
I mean,
stick to
obviously after the
Midlands or?
yeah, I mean like that's Brum is. I mean, if you can make it in Brum, you can make it anywhere.
Mhm.
And I'm not even from Brum, so that tell you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But I mean,
definitely.
London's a great place, but it just depends on the club. I mean, Manchester's a great place. It just depends on the scene it just
Mhm.
depends what you bring in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it all depends on.
So someone said, what do you think of entry levels of DJing today?
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
So
Entry
like
level.
obviously there's a lot. So there's a lot of DJs right now who can just pick up, like, obviously with technology and everything, you can just pick up a deck, say you're a
Uh,
DJ and stuff like that. So what's your thoughts on that? Because there's a lot of people kind of jumping on the bandwagon right now and not actually
I mean,
doing it for the love of music.
if you see DJing as a bandwagon, I mean, where have you been the past, I don't know, 60 years? It's been around for a long time. It's not a bandwagon thing.
Yeah.
If people want to do it, they want to do it. If you want to do it good, you've got to put the time into it. You've got to learn about it. You've got to learn about every single aspect of it. You can't, there are people that pick it up and just make money from it, but you can see who they are.
Yeah.
You can see, like, I mean, you can't trick the public and you can't trick the good DJs. You just can't do it.
Definitely, and it's hard because like it just gives us like a band name as well. Because then people kind of just think, oh, they're just there to press buttons and fling up a track kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it can look that way,
Yeah,
but I mean, majority of the crowd that follow me or come to my events, I like to think that they know what a good DJ is.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Mm.
Is there any countries that you've DJed in where you're like, this country is my favorite and it's up there?
I mean, until probably 2 years ago, I never flew, so I
Oh,
was
okay.
scared of flying. Yeah. So I mean, last year I done Spain and Italy, but
Yeah.
I mean nothing really. I mean, I'd like to play in America. Really, that would probably be a goal if I had a goal.
Hmm.
But you have to try and build it up in your own country first.
Yeah,
Mm.
definitely. So what's your main genre you play? Like, obviously you play a lot of dancehall, but did you start off as a dancehall DJ or did you start off just doing old school or?
No, I mean I'm not a dancehall DJ anyway. Like that ain't my, like I had this conversation the other day because of the lives are popping. Like a lot of new followers are coming because I found a way of connecting with the people during this time
Yeah,
through bashment. You know what I mean? Through
yeah.
dancehall, reggae, whatever. But that ain't really my main thing. Some people
Okay.
know me as the old school R&B DJ. Some people know me as the hip hop DJ, the bottle club DJ, like the the hype DJ. Some people know me as a UK garage DJ. Sometimes slow jams. Everybody's got their own different thing. It's just that right now it's connecting with the dancehall. But I've always played bashment. Always been a major part of my set. Always
Hmm.
played the dubs. Always been a part of my set. It's just I just play like whatever it needs on that hour. If I get an hour set somewhere,
Yeah,
if I feel like it needs majority of bashment, I do it, and I think that's what makes a good DJ.
definitely. Like, what's your take on? There's another DJ who said that you ask a DJ, oh, what do you play? They say everything. What's your take on that? Because one DJ said that like obviously you can play everything, but there's always like a main genre that you play. So do you have a take on that, or do you think you'd say the same? Or
If you're a DJ and you feel like you have to play like one genre is your main thing, you ain't gonna last. Not anymore.
yeah, yeah,
So it's over. Those specialist
definitely.
DJs that think that they're just going to be a specialist in one genre. Don't get me wrong. There'll be like maybe three or four that'll do well,
Hmm.
but I mean that's one in 10,000. You know what I mean?
Like you gotta be versatile now. That's like the main thing.
You have to be versatile.
Yeah.
You have to you have to learn about it. Like I'm seeing so much DJs now that I talk to that are trying to
Yeah.
find out about songs that was big in the 90s to play now in their
Hmm.
sets. You've got DJs now that don't really play bashment, but they've
Yeah.
heard me play bashment on my IG lives and they're like, oh, that song was, it seemed to do really well. What's that song called? And that's what it's about.
Yeah.
It's always been like that. You can't just narrow yourself down to one genre. You will not last.
Literally. So what's your thoughts on DJs who start from being famous, like reality TV DJs?
If they were a DJ before, then obviously what can they've used the platform to them help them. But the ones after, again, maybe a year or so, they'll do okay. I just blame the promoters that book them. You know, you're an idiot,
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
but I've got no opinion on that, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how the dynamic is right now, right? Like, obviously, if you've got 1 million followers, pick up a deck and you're like a DJ, obviously any promoter will be like, yeah, because you'll bring a crowd. It's just simple.
Yeah, that's what it just depends on the promoter. It just depends on the promoter and what the promoter wants from it. The majority of people that are going to book those kind of DJs are the ones that are every week they're going to change the theme. Every week
Yeah.
it's going to be someone else from Towie or it's going to be someone else from Love Island. And then once that phase dies, they'll bring out and they'll find someone else. You know,
Yeah,
those kind of
definitely.
promoters, those weekly night promoters, that's what they do. But to the proper promoters that take it serious, you'll never see them book them people. Never.
It's because it's a waste of time, right? It's not like
I mean,
they don't know like the technical aspect unless they've properly done this, like as you said before, they were DJ before and then
yeah.
you know they've used other platforms, then different. But if they've literally come out of Love Island, next day they pick up a deck and they're like, okay, I'm DJing now, then it's a bit different.
Well, what tends to happen is their manager or agent will tell them to do that because it's a way in which for them to increase the longevity of the time, because majority of people that come out of these shows, they don't really have there's only a certain amount of time they're going to pop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the agent or whoever looks after them probably looks after other DJs and thinks, oh, this is a way that we can keep the ball rolling. Do you get what I mean?
Definitely.
But
yeah.
it won't last because the people that are coming out to see them are not coming out to see them play songs. They're coming out to just have a picture with them, or a selfie, or just to say that they've seen so and so from Love Island or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So, what cities are you thinking of bringing your brunches to?
Well, before the lockdown came, I had two meetings lined up to bring it to cities. I can say that one of them was 100% going to be Manchester, and then the other one, you'll find out.
Keeping that under wraps. Don't worry. Keeping that under wraps.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point talking about it right now because if we don't know what's going to happen, do we? We don't know when it's going to be over.
Okay, so I wanted to ask this question personally. Do you feel like do you feel annoyed that most of your following now has come from your live and not from DJing before, or do you feel like it's fine that it's come or you?
I mean, I probably gained like 5,000 followers or something stupid like that. Is what it is. I mean, I'm happy that they're here, so I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain. Would you?
Like, no, of course not. But I'd be like, if they were there from like the brunches and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Instead of just from a live, you go like. But obviously,
there you go.
if they're there, they're there.
There you go. But for you, I mean, where are you from? What city?
London.
Oh, okay.
South London, yeah.
So the brunch is only 2 years old.
Okay.
So you got to find another 18 years to fill in that gap.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time. I tell people all the time, go from my Instagram. It's all there. I never delete a picture. Go right to the beginning, which is what, maybe 6-7 years, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when Instagram probably started like 2012, 2013. So there was still another 13 years before Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was scrolling through. So talk us through like the Red Bull, the Taylor Gang, all of that. Like, how did that all come about?
Well, the Red Bull thing was just the fact that I am. How did that come about now? I'm good friends with Wiz's DJ, Bonix.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how we became friends. I think it was through another DJ.
Yeah.
I can't remember which DJ, and I feel bad now. Anyway, so yeah, we became good friends, and then he came to Birmingham for a show. And then I brought him to a place that I used to play at, Gatecrasher, on a Thursday. I brought him there, shown him how we do it. And then when they were getting ready for the Clash, they wanted to understand a little bit more about the Clash culture and what would work in the UK and stuff like that. So I just had to help them with certain songs, what to get cut, etc., and then that's where it came from. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Have you had any like embarrassing moments while DJing, or any like mess ups or anything like that? And
I mean, as you see on Saturday, I've been getting drunk on my DJ sets for years. So they'll never. I mean, that's probably the biggest one. I'm all if I ever get drunk really bad, that's probably a bad one. But no, not really. Nothing too embarrassing. I mean, even the thing where DJs all hate and have nightmares about the laptop crashing and things like that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
all
yeah.
happened to me. I mean, you get booed and whatever. It's one of them things.
So going back to that, would you DJ on a USB or would you just keep with your laptop?
Yeah, I mean, it just depends. Like, if sometimes I'll take a USB if I know that it's going to be a quick in and out job kind of thing.
Yeah. So any gigs
What's up,
like you've
team?
walked away? Oh, sorry. Any gigs like you've
No,
walked away and you've like walked away and you thought this gig was like the best thing I've ever done. Like it's up there in the books. Like which gig was that, or was there loads to?
Oh man, it's like saying which. It's like saying which is my favorite kid. There's just been so many. You know what I mean? Just it's like I said, it's been a good journey. I mean,
Yeah.
I could probably point out the worst ones as opposed to the good ones.
Okay, yeah, worst ones. Okay, fine. Say top 5.
I mean, oh man, top 5 again. I mean, there's been so many. I really hate DJing in shops. I've done that for a bit. I hated that. That was one of the worst things. DJing for money more so than what you're there for is always yeah, because you feel like shit after. It just depends on the crowd, really. Sometimes you play at certain places and the crowd just aren't really into what you're doing, and that's always a problem.
How do you deal with like requests and stuff?
No, don't take them.
Like, you don't take them. You
No.
literally say that. You actually say it like straight up, straight. You go, I don't take requests.
Yeah, or I tell the lighting guy to tell him. I don't take them.
The lighting guy.
Yeah.
So you just don't want to handle that.
Yeah, I mean, radio and stuff like that. When I used to do that, that's fine. Like you would do it, but in a club, you know, I know what I'm doing. Like, you've paid your money in here. Let me
yeah, let me do my thing.
Let me do what I'm doing, and hopefully you'll be okay. Do you know what I mean? I mean, that's the way I look at it. Requests and stuff, I just feel like people request songs and they were listening to them 30 times on the way to the club. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, just you've come out to let the DJ do what he's doing, and hopefully, if you paid your money, you trust that DJ to take care of the night. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So another discussion point: you've got promoters who are annoyed with the DJ that everyone's on the dance floor but not by the bar. What's your take on that?
Wow. I've never heard that one. You know.
Yeah. Okay. So in my like previous lads, like we've just been discussing it. Like some DJs have had that. The promoter's gone to them and been like, everyone's on the dance floor. We're not making money on the bar. What's your take on that? Like, do you if that happened to you, would you slow down the music or would you just tell the promoter like,
wow,
do my job?
I mean, that is crazy. I mean, it's the bar's job to look after the drinks. That ain't the DJ's job.
Yeah.
That is. I mean, if the people are on the dance floor, the DJ's done their job.
Definitely, I feel like it's a
majority of promoters. They ain't worried about that unless they've got a bar spin.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That ain't the DJ's job. That's up to the club. They need to do some 2-for-1 business.
Yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, promoters prefer making money. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're going to prefer to make money.
Yeah.
I mean, I done a birthday party. Well, I do birthday party every year, but I've done it in January, and I had a bar spin deal with the club.
Mm-hmm.
I do them now and then, but you can't make that your main focus, because then you'll lose. You'll never be able to have a rave again.
Yeah, definitely.
It comes down to the types of clubs that you play at. Like, if you play at those kind of bottle show clubs, then I understand that's the avenue.
Yeah.
But that ain't the DJ's job.
I don't personally, I don't think that's right anyway, because like if everyone's on a dance floor, that's your job. That's your job done.
Yeah.
You know? And from a manager and promoter's perspective, you should be happy that everyone's not leaving and everyone's staying.
Yeah. I mean, it's difficult because a lot of DJs, they're going to come up, especially new ones, they're going to come up and their whole thing is they're going to have to rely on what a promoter thinks of them, what a manager thinks of them. And you always want to please those people. But you need to think about why you're there. You're there to play music. You want that crowd that's on the dance floor to go away and think, DJ Krish smashed it tonight.
Mm-hmm.
The bar people might phone you the next day. They're like, fucking hell, we only made £300 on the bar. Like, what was you doing? What was you doing? Just say, look, it is what it is, but I'm popping again now. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So if you wanted, let's say you were doing your birthday party, who's on your lineup of DJs?
I always use the same guys. Always have. I don't think I'll ever change. If you say
So
like an
never change
ideal,
it.
no,
Okay,
I
you
mean,
want,
I
okay,
use like,
ideal. Let's go ideal.
okay, so I'll go Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah.
I'll go Jazzy Jeff. First one. Secondly, I'd go.
What, to open up or?
Oh shit, are we doing it in running order?
Yeah, let's do it in running order. Let's do it in running order.
Wow. Probably like a really good old school R&B DJ. Like, I don't know. Yeah, so probably like a really good old school DJ. I can't think, but yeah. But I'd definitely have Jazzy Jeff. I'd 100% have. I'd 100% have. Ooh, DJ Camilo from America. Great vibes. I'd have Black Shiny or like a sound. Yeah, I'd have Black Shiny play, which is they're like a dancehall sound, do remixes and stuff. And then probably for, I mean, this is on the spot. I can't really think. DJs that I love. Jazzy Jeff, Camilo, Black Shiny. And then probably, no, that would be
Yeah. Coming like Ultimate Team DJ
Trust me.
edition.
Those
So
would be my three main ones.
What's the biggest change you've noticed in the game, say, past 5 years? Are things harder or easier?
Past 5 years. So the biggest change for me, for that I've seen, is a lot of people are able to fake it more now.
Yeah, definitely.
To fake it to make it. I feel promoters are not thinking outside of the box. Promoters are not in the past 5 years. Promoters are not thinking right, because one of the biggest things is promoters see a lot of promoters. They see like they have to book a DJ for their event to be good. They have to book a big name, but you don't. I've proven that. A lot of other people have proven that. It's about the like the brand and what you're trying to achieve. That's the most important thing. But one of the biggest changes I've seen is people are able to perceive themselves to be doing way more than what they actually are. And the promoter will look at that and think, oh, we need to book them, we need to put them on. But then when nobody comes to the rave, the promoter then thinks, oh shit, maybe it's me, or because so-and-so played at this party and it was ramped, you know what I mean? That's the misconception I feel that has happened over the past 5 years. Don't get me wrong, for years and years, the promoters have booked DJs and just based off of the reputation, it hasn't worked. But I feel like nowadays that the like you say, like the newer guys are coming in the game, maybe buying 10,000 followers, asking their football friend who plays for so-and-so United to promote their mix. And then all of a sudden they're out there and then they get booked. And then they don't bring nothing to the table. And then the promoter starts thinking, hang on, is it me? Is it this? Have I got to change this up? I think that's probably the biggest thing that's changed in the past 5 years. But that's social media. Social media is through the roof now.
Yeah, definitely.
But the music's changed as well.
Yeah. Do you not agree that like people when you say like fake, like it's quite fashion DJs as well? What I'd call them, like fashion DJs, like it's just all about if they've got the look of DJing in certain clubs, or if they've got like what you're saying, like the following of these famous people, whatever.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. I think when they get like, again, it's all about perception. It's all about what they think. It's like, for example, I'll give you a task now.
Yeah.
After this, I want you to go through my Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want you to Google me.
Yeah.
And I want you to look at everything that I've done. Right. And then the first thing that you'll say is, what everybody says is, fucking hell, Silk, you should be done way more. You know what I mean? But what the newer age DJs have been able to do is they'll do something like an achievement that is not really a great achievement, but they're able to make it into this massive thing,
It's a big achievement.
And then everybody is like, wow. Do you know what I mean? And that's one of the things that I have struggled to do over the years. So I think that is a good thing that has come from the past 5 years that I'm now trying to do myself. But at the end of the day, the fake people always get found out in the end.
It's hard because like the game's oversaturated right now. So like there's DJs everywhere. So it's hard for people to get noticed as well. So if someone offered you a residency in Dubai or America, would you consider moving today?
No, because of my kids. I mean, that's one of the main reasons that I never done like a term abroad or anything like that. You know what I mean? I got kids, and like I say, it's more important for me to be doing damage in my own country or own area. I have been offered Dubai
place
before.
in America.
I'd love to go and play in America.
Just anywhere.
Oh, Miami. New York or Miami. Yeah.
Yeah, New York
100%.
and Miami.
Those are the places.
You should DJ in the Caribbean as well, man. Like, I thought you were gonna say that as well. I thought you were gonna be like, you know what, I'd want to do Caribbean as well.
Yeah, like I say, I mean, I'm mainly hip hop is mainly my main thing.
Yeah,
that's where I would want to be. Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I don't box myself. Don't put myself in the box. If someone wants to book me to play in Jamaica, I'll be over there. It's not for me. No problem.
Of course, definitely. Have you ever DJed for Carnival or anything like that? Or would you
No, I've never done Carnival. I was supposed to do Leeds or Leicester, one of those, but that never came around. But I've never done. I mean, again, I'd love to do that. That'd be great.
Okay, so another discussion point about being an artist DJ and a tour DJ. Like, do you think it's easier to get more exposure to be a tour DJ? Like, so okay, what's your take on that? And would you want to be a artist tour DJ?
I have done so many shows for artists.
Yeah.
From everyone from Drake to someone in the UK. Like, I've done everything like that. The artist DJs, 90% of them are the worst DJs you've ever heard in your life. They are awful. There's probably one of their boys who do it.
Yeah.
But then you find the odd one that is really, really good. Do you know what I mean? And they've picked that DJ for the right reasons. Like, who's that DJ that plays for he was a DJ for Common, and they DJ'd for J. Cole. Forgot what his name is. He's sick. But yeah, I mean, if you DJ for an artist that's popping right now, you've got to use that as your exposure.
Definitely, that's a big USP there.
Yeah, 100%. But the problem was, yes, Rusky, DJ Dummy, amazing.
DJ Dummy.
Yeah, he's a bad boy DJ. But then you've also got these dickheads that know nothing about DJing. That, like, what I hate the most is when they come on before the artists and try and play all the biggest songs before them. It's so stupid. Like, you're not booked. You as a DJ are not booked. DJ whatever, I don't know, JC, or let's make up a name. He's not on the flyer. They do not care about you. They want to see the artist.
They just want the artist.
Want to see the artist. Yeah. And then say, for example, if I'm the DJ that's a resident there, then the promoter and the club have trusted me to maintain the night before the artist comes on. It is not your job to come on and play songs before the artist, regardless whether the artist has said, yo, before I come on, I want you to play X, Y, Z, all these tunes, get the crowd hyped. No, that's not your job. You're there to play, press play, and go home. That is your job.
It's true, though. It's true.
It's all facts. But you do get, like I said, with Dummy and the other DJs that are really good, that have got their own kind of vibe about them. Like, they will do something with the set. You know what I mean? They will change it.
Yeah,
they will proper DJ the set. They are not there to press play. I mean, I played before we got locked off. I was doing my student night, and I was playing with an artist. I'm not gonna say the name, but the DJ came on, and the DJ played like a drill set to a student crowd, and the crowd was just standing there like, what's going on? Like, but all the people behind were partying, like the artist people.
Yeah.
what are you
So he
doing?
was just
Like,
playing for his crowd, is in terms of just his
yeah,
people he came with.
he or she. Yeah,
Yeah,
so like and I was just like, what are you, like, this is stupid. And that's been going on for years. That's been going on
yeah,
for years.
definitely.
You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, like if like say if I was to DJ for an artist and I was an artist DJ and I came to the club and the DJ before them won't really, you know what I mean, won't really getting the party going,
Then it's a
then
different story.
it's a different story. But you
Yeah,
know, a lot of DJs, if they're trusted to be there to play for that club on a regular basis, they know what they're doing. You leave that to them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever been
But
nervous
as well,
before DJing for an artist?
yeah, I mean, you get some artists that are just arseholes to the DJ because they're not connected to them in any way.
Yeah,
Do you get what I mean? They're not connected to them, so they can be horrible to them. Like I know stories of other DJs that have had drinks thrown. I mean, there's a famous video of what's his name of Biggie throwing a drink at his DJ Big Cat.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, stuff like that. You see that. I mean, a DJ from Manchester, I forgot what his name was, but Tory Lanez like had a go at him because he kept wheeling up the song. You know what I mean? But then I've DJed for Tory Lanez on 2 occasions, and he's been great. We've worked together really well. You know what I mean? And some like what I found is the biggest artists in the game are the nicest people to work with. It's all these little dickheads that have got one hit song
Yeah,
that are the
yeah.
that are the
They think they're the
hardest to
shit,
deal with.
basically.
Yeah, it's hard to deal with, and the worst are the ones that are unprepared. I love an artist that will come beforehand, maybe get their manager and say, "We're going to do 6 songs. These are the songs we're going to do. We're going to do them in this order." You get other artists that come, don't know what they're going to do. The song's not working for them, so they get you to change it, and then they want you to play this song, but then that don't work, so they want to go to the hits. Just play the hits. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Oh yeah,
here's
or
my
like my
USB.
man says here, here's my USB. Just play 1, 2, 3, and 4. I like it when they really go through it. Like, I mean, to tell a story, he's not even an artist, but I did a show with Michael Dapper a while
Yeah,
ago when he blew up with what was he called?
man, so hot.
Romancer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Roadman
So
shit, yeah.
yeah, so we were one of the first people that booked that PA. There was a video on YouTube. We were one of the first people who booked that PA because I think Mist or someone cancelled. I can't remember, but we put him in. And then I was DJing at River Island in the day, and then he phoned me at River Island personally and was like, "Yes, sir, what's good? This is what I want to do." So if you go on my Instagram, there's a whole sketch that we
Yeah.
done where like I would play I play Peter Andre, Mysterious Girl, and then he would like stop the music and run me. Do you know what I mean? It was like a proper sketch that we'd worked out.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
stuff like that's very few and far between because these artists, they come, collect their money and go home. But stuff like that is
They
always
come
nice.
2 minutes before they're supposed to come on. They give you
Yeah,
the
yeah.
USB. That's it. Done sorted. They're like, yeah,
But
play
as a
that.
DJ, if you've got experience in it, you know exactly what's going to happen. So you prepare yourself for that. Like if I know that I'm DJing for an artist, so like I've done a few shows with Nelly. So I
Yeah.
had like a year before I done the Nelly show, or 2 years. So I saved the crate, and then when he came back, I got that crate and I used that crate again. So then when I was like saying, okay, we want to do this song, he was like, how do you know that? Do you know what I mean? I was like, oh, I done a show for you
Oh, you said,
last
yeah.
year, you know. Yeah.
So what are 3 tips you'd give to like up and coming DJs or just DJs in general right now to keep active and keeping the scene?
So first one would obviously be put the time in, put the work in, find a way of making yourself different from everybody else, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
Even if it's been done before, find a way of doing it better. Secondly, research, like find out what's working, what worked 10 years ago, what's going to work in the next 10 years. What makes that? Why is that DJ popping? Why is he good? Stuff like that. And then thirdly, my third advice would be, this is a two thing. Firstly, if you feel like someone's going to do you a favor, you're in the wrong game. If you're in a DJ's inbox saying, yo, listen to my mix, yo, can I get a set here? Can I get a set there? You're in the wrong game. We'll find out about you, or the promoter will find out. We'll find out if you're doing well. Work on building yourself a following first. And then secondly, this is like a double-edged sword, I guess. One thing that I've always been like a bit of a problem for myself is I have never really had a good relationship with other DJs. Not like a bad one, but I've never really gone out my way to find out more about them. You know, ask them questions and kind of have like a real good tight knit group. Do you know what I mean? Because I mean, like I said, I've said this before in other interviews. Like I come from an era of hip hop where like it is about me being better than you. Doesn't matter what you say, I am better than you. Do you know what I mean? You should still have that mentality, but it doesn't mean that you have to force other DJs away. Do you know what I mean? You can bring them in and bring them closer, and that's something that I've worked on over the past few years, and I feel like I'm doing better for it.
Yeah, literally what Day said. He said this on his live on the interview as well. Like, put yourself before anyone else puts you on.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, if you feel like getting in, it's the same as an artist, really. But I mean, if you feel like getting in a DJ's inbox and then telling them to follow you or to book you, or it's not going to work. No one's going to do that. No one. Maybe nice people.
Nice
you know,
people.
inside they'll do it. Yeah, but DJs, majority of them ain't really nice people. They're there for one reason only, and that's to be big or make money or you know, be good at their craft. So they ain't really got time to add so and so just because you said to add them. They'll find out about you. You know, that's how it works.
Definitely.
Before now, you've got so many ways to do it: Mixcloud, SoundCloud, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, fucking so much stuff. Back in the day, you didn't have nothing. You had to go record shops and chat to other DJs and go, "Oh, I've just started."
I'm a DJ.
You know, if you do it, yeah, that's you have to talk to each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, now it's like everything's just everything's on different platforms. You know, everything's just easy to see where DJs are DJing and kind of stuff like that.
Like, for example, there's DJs out there that I used to hear from, like, so say Shaq 5, for example. I don't know. Do you know what Shaq 5 is?
Yeah, I know Shaq 5.
Yeah. So like, I used to be in the clubs DJing, and then like afterwards, there'd be like girls would say like, "Oh, like there's have you heard of Shaq? He's my boy," and stuff like that. Or guys would say, "Yo, Shaq." Like he built his following like from level of friendship up. You know what I mean? And that's what you got to do. Like you got to get your friends on board like first, and then they'll tell one friend, and then they'll tell the next friend, and next thing you know, all of a sudden you got 50, 60 people. Do you know what I mean? And it's like I've been saying this lately to people who want to do events. Don't look at things like, "Oh, I've got to put an event on and get 200 people straight away." No, do an event as your own self as a DJ. If you get 20 people in a pub, you know what I mean, and they all pay £10. That's £200 in your back pocket, or £5, whatever, and you made a little bit of change. Plus, you built yourself up because they're going to introduce it to another 2-3 people, and then that's how it works. Don't always think you got to go big straight away. You ain't got to do that.
So going back to when you were talking about how new music isn't cutting it right now, do you feel like, because of a lot of producers are now going into like obviously a bashment, more beat and everything, do you think the dynamic of everything is going towards that now? Or do you think it's just going to go back to how it is with grime and hip hop?
I don't know. No one's really bringing any music out this time, are they? Everyone's all
literally
like,
there's nothing happening.
Yeah, it's tough because the artists are not getting paid because people are not going to shows. That's how an artist really makes money. So and I download songs and stuff. It's like because the vibe ain't really. You know what I mean? Like, it's good for me and other DJs to put on a live on a Saturday night and people lose what's going on for 4 or 5 hours. But then the reality is Monday morning, you wake up and you're like, fuck, I'm still here. Get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's tough, really, to kind of get the energy to make those party songs or whatever. I mean, I put up a post the other day of Michael Rappaport, a guy from America, and he was saying, like, where's the music talking about what we're going through right now? Do you know what I mean? Imagine like
there's nothing, yeah,
imagine an artist like Dave or a good lyricist like J. Cole or someone to put out a song
putting out something
about what's going on. It ain't gonna be a club banger, but I guarantee that it's gonna help people.
Views.
Yeah,
because like no one's doing anything.
After all this, it will just go back to what was popping at the time, the Roddy Richies and that kind of style, and then your Afro swing kind of UK stuff. It'll go back to what it is, but right now, we need to hear stuff about what's going on. Do you know what I mean? Like an artist who's dealt with the virus like head on. Like, you want to hear about how it's affected their family and mean, that's what's going to pop right now. But when it's over and done, people are just going to want to party.
So Rusky asked this yesterday to Scotty B, and he said that when do you personally think clubs will go back? And like obviously it's a hard thing to say, but when do you personally think?
Personally, I think New Year.
New Year.
Yeah, if I'm totally honest, because I mean, if they open up shops in we're going to be the last to open. Clubs and bars are going to be the last
definitely.
to open.
Connor said September earliest, if not January.
Yeah, we hope.
We hope, yeah.
I mean, I do a lot of uni student stuff in Birmingham, so obviously that'd be great if it opens for September. But
yeah,
I mean, I think schools will open September, but I just can't see it because there's other countries that are talking about the virus is coming back and stuff, and it's like, and there's no way that you can ever be safe. You know, what we're going to do? We're going to have clubs where people wear masks, and it's just, I just can't see.
Everyone says they're going to go out, but I feel like there's going to just be uncertainty about the whole thing when clubs open. Like, are people actually going to go out because they're scared about contracting the virus, or obviously money situations as well? So it's all, you know.
I think the public rely a lot on what the government say, as bad as it sounds.
Yep.
So they will just, as soon as the government say lockdown's over, everybody's going to be in the clubs. Everyone.
You think so? You think it's going to be like that?
100%. No one ain't going to wait a week. They're going to go straight to the club. You know, imagine how many people have had parties. Oh, sorry, birthdays and haven't been able to party, or, you know, a funeral. And they ain't been able to party. You know, people are going to go, as soon as this is over, the same day. I've had promoters message me today saying, we've got a club. We've got a contract that as soon as the club opens, we're doing it. People ain't waiting.
It's like yesterday I heard that like Prism in Kingston is in London, like they've booked Chip and D Block already for a thing in August. Like, I think that's a bit early. That's a big risk right there.
I mean, unless they probably got them for a cheaper rate.
Yeah,
that don't make sense.
Because I don't even see Carnival going on this year. I don't see any festivals going on this year. So I don't know how by August.
No way. Carnival ain't gonna. That many people close together. No way, it's not gonna happen.
It's like 2 million people in the same area. No, they haven't cancelled. But they put a notice out saying they're thinking about cancelling it, but they haven't. There's nothing going on at the moment.
That ain't happening.
Yeah, no festivals going on this year. Yeah, I don't think so. Because by the time it's over, still the calm down period is going to take time for the whole virus thing to slow down, because it's an airborne virus. So
yeah, I mean, it's do you know what's worrying as well is the fact that, okay, so we can open clubs and festivals, let's say we open them, but people are still going to be dying from it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as much as, like, I think clubs 300, 400 capacity, let's just do it, let's roll with it. But you see those big festivals and events, I just don't think it's going to be the same for a long time. I just can't see it being the same. Because, like I said, people are still going to be imagine you're in a concert and that, and like, you know, your nana, granddad are still having to be in lockdown because old people are, or like,
they can't come
vulnerable
out.
people, they're going to be done for 2 years, I reckon. I think it's going to be a major thing, man. I think it's going to be a long time, man.
It's so hard to
and I'm absolutely
no one has.
Yeah,
no one has data. No one has anything. Yeah,
you know, we're all making no money.
Did you quit did you ever have a full-time job as well alongside DJing, or was DJing your full-time job?
Yeah, DJing's full-time job, yeah.
So like, there's a lot of people in the same boat that they quit their job or whatever, gone to DJing. Do you regret that, or do you think that's been the best thing for you?
No, because I had stages when I worked as well and then didn't work and then just, do you know what I mean, carry on.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've messed around with it a bit, but like definitely the past year or so, I've just made it solely about DJing. And yeah, obviously it's great because if you would have worked, you'd be furloughed right now and stuff. But it is what it is.
We're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
But bro,
and I think what's important is, one last point, if you're a DJ and you've got you're in another city, like, and you know other DJs, put a group together, have discussions, keep each other up to date in what's going on, and also give each other ideas and how they can improve themselves right now. And that's what we've done in Brum, and I think other cities are doing the same.
Yeah, that's what we got as well. We got a group, and like, this is why I wanted to do this as well. Just like, I appreciate your time as well, just taking out this time to chat and all of that. Like, I've done this as
No
well
problem.
because it's nice to just hear other people's side of things and how they've grown in their career and everything. But
Yeah.
I appreciate it. It's just because like Instagram's got this hour thing in it, so.
Oh
But
yeah. No problem.
but yeah,
I'm
bro,
good.
I appreciate it though. Like,
Yeah, man.
thank you for doing this, and like everyone, back tomorrow. Interviewing DJ Rusky tomorrow. So if you want to follow me, follow me. But yeah,
Count
I
how many
appreciate it.
times. Count how many times Rusky says bro.
You want me to count it?
Yeah.
Can you join that count that as well?
Yeah. Count how many times he says bro or bruv.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna count that.
No, safe.
Bro, thank you
You know,
though. Stay safe,
man.
yeah.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.